Yeah. we No, no, no. I'm just going to go with it and say this. Thank you. Thank all of you. Thank both of you for coming. Thank you, D-Rex. And I just want to say all of you, oh, suki, suki. Now, D-Rex, give me some music.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. I want to say thank you. Suki, suki. It's a great day to be alive. I know my dogs are watching, and if you ain't, you should be. And if you are watching and you ain't my dog yet, you will be, because I'm Swede and I'm here to help you get busy living. It's an extra special day today. Can you guys sing with me? Because we're not going to do it right now. We're not going to do it because we don't have a cake. But we are going to say happy birthday. We're not going to sing it, but we are going to say happy birthday. But first, since nothing is worth having if it ain't worth sharing, allow me to welcome to the stage my fabulous co-host out of Los Angeles, D-Rex.
Well, that was an interesting intro today, wasn't it?
I know, man. I know. I got rattled. I'm so excited about all the extra special attention we got today. You know, D-Rex, we've been doing this for a year and a half. Mm-hmm. We've had these guys on each in the, at other different times, but today it's extra special because it's the anniversary of another revolution around the sun for our first nominee and our favorite guy on for the HSWA. Man, you're the purpose, brother. So D-Rex, I don't even want to waste any more time. We got people in the comments we want to say hello to, but we want to bring Lori and Schaefer on. Is it all right? Can we say
all right with me?
All right, welcome to the stage.
Oh. Hi, Schaefer.
What is up, Schaefer?
Hi.
Hi, Lori. What's up, girl?
Hello.
And let us first say happy birthday to you, dude.
So, Schaefer, did you have a good birthday today? What was your favorite part of the day?
When I got this and this.
What are your two favorite gifts? What is this and this? Go ahead. Can you show them to us or tell us what they are?
You can get up. Or...
Don't pull it by the arm. I'm sorry. This?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Why don't you tell us about that?
It's a Santa.
What does he do?
You got a dancing Santa for your birthday?
Yeah. Well, they're asking you questions, love.
That's so a great gift, Schaefer.
Yeah. Tell them what else you got. Okay.
Move that.
I moved it.
No, where it was.
Okay, I'll put it here.
He has specifications here. So
yes, he does. How's that? Right there? Well, why don't you do it?
Schaefer, how old did you turn on your birthday this year? How old are you now?
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, bye. 8? Amazing. Wait, 7? Okay. Yeah. Wow, you were only 6 when I talked to you last time?
Yeah, now I'm 7. And I'm 12.
That's crazy.
Yo, let's see that cool shirt you got wearing.
Oh, stand up.
Wait.
You got to stand up, bud.
Oh.
That's not a good idea. Yeah.
Let's
careful.
Let us check out that shirt. Bro, it's my 7th birthday. Where'd you get that?
My grandma.
Who made that? Your grandma? That's awesome.
We ordered it, man. Yeah.
I'm going to show you something.
So cool. Yeah, let's see it. What you got?
Something. It's a gaming setup.
Wow.
Oh, it's a gaming setup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's
wow.
An amazing birthday present.
Yep. You coming back?
Wow.
Wait, I'm going to show them.
Oh, and now you're driving now that you're 7 years old? Do you have a driver's license, sir?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. And while Schaefer's driving here, I just saw that some people joined the stream, and we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Just say hi. We can see who's here. We're talking to Schaefer. It's his birthday. He's showing us his new driving game. He said he got his driver's license, so he's ready to go. And we're also here with his mom, Lori, who's off screen.
Hello.
So, Shafe, you got
Lori, why don't you
a dancing Santa?
Things?
Pardon? What'd you say?
Why don't you catch up us on things?
I'm not sure how much. Yeah, I'm not sure how much we can hear us over there. Why don't you catch up on what's been going on?
Oh, I'm losing her.
Why do they go boom, 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 boom?
Why don't you catch something going?
Catch us up on what's been going on. So you want to talk about what he's been through since last we were on? I guess he had a surgery, right?
Yeah, he's been doing good though. We had a surgery December 22nd for his eyes. They loosened the eye muscles so his eyes didn't drift off anymore. And
wow.
Yeah, and it was very successful. Great. I mean, he healed really fast, and he's still doing good. His eyes are still a little red, but they said that's normal. Okay.
Hey, Shafe, you gonna come kick it with us for a little bit before you play your game all night? Does he love playing games or what?
Yeah. Come and hang out with us for a few minutes, and then I said you could play all night because you don't have school. Okay. Thank you.
I got something I want to show you, Shafe. What's up, Patty?
Grandma's on.
I know.
You know.
Say hi to Patty.
That's my mom.
And let's also let people know, in case there's anybody here who doesn't know, Schaefer is our first nominee that we're going to be helping with the stem cells. And here he is on his birthday.
So, Shafe, I got something I want to show you, man.
What?
Because we are going to make a video. Oh, Suki Squad merch is here. Show your support. Go to the hswa.org and click on the menu dots where you'll find the donate tab that leads to the Schaefer Squad merch link. Scroll past the greeting to find our wide range of Schaefer Squad merch, from adult tees, kid tees, onesies, and beanies for the babies, adult hoodies, hats and kicks, an apron for the cook, a hoodie for the pet, and a puzzle for the family. All prices include the outrageous cost of shipping, and all proceeds go toward helping Schaefer get a potentially life-changing stem cell treatment. And this just in, check out the new Schaefer Squad scarf coming soon to a viral video near you. You gotta believe. And always remember, we're all in this together.
You can see it when you see me, but you gotta believe me. Ain't nothing coming easy my way. No, I work for this.
How you like that, man?
Super cool, huh? Can I back you up a little bit so they can see your whole face?
Hey, Shafe, you know what's your mom sends me videos of the progress that you're making and the work that you put in. And you're always dancing. Do you love dancing?
Yeah.
Do you like to dance with Fortnite? Do you have a Fortnite dance that you like to do? You know, have one that you do. I've seen you on video. Who's your favorite musician?
What? What's a musician?
Who's your favorite music? Who do you like to listen to?
Singer? You have a singer you like the best? I saw you. You know who my favorite singer was when I was 7?
What?
So I'm going to tell you a story. When I was 7 years old, for my birthday, I got a fancy radio that plays music, and I got a cassette tape. And the name of the tape was Thriller. And you know who sings the song Thriller?
Yeah.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Guess what I got for my 7th birthday? I got a Michael Jackson tape. I got a radio, and I got a jacket with a whole bunch of zippers on it and a glove. And I went to school the next day after my birthday wearing my Michael Jackson jacket and my glove. Oh my, you got a black one. Mine was red.
Here, want to put it on?
Let's see it, Shave. Rock it. Let's see you rock it. You gonna do your Michael Jackson move?
No. I'm going to show you it.
Oh, let's see it.
No, I'm not doing a move.
You don't have to. I love the jacket.
It is so cool, man. The one that I got a one that was different. It was the red one that he wears with all the zippers on it. And they made fun of me at school the next day I never wore it again. Yours looks way cooler than mine, man. We ain't gonna put it if we put on some Michael Jackson. You're gonna do a move? No moves today.
Nice
Oh,
coat. You want to show him your hat real quick? Your hat, your Michael Jackson hat from
let's
Smooth
see
Criminal?
that. Let's see the hat, bro. You gonna rock it? Let's see. Put it on.
He asked you to put it on. He said put it on, maybe.
Lord, can we get him to step back a little bit so we can see the whole get up?
No, here, step back a little bit. He said so he could see you. There you go.
Man, that's got to be your favorite outfit, man. You should be Michael Jackson for Halloween every year.
You gonna show him the shoes too?
Oh,
no way.
Here,
that's
turn
going
it
to
the other
be
way.
amazing outfit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wear the socks.
Okay.
No.
You don't have to. Here, have a seat over here.
Wait, there are socks too?
Well,
Sparkly?
you know, the white socks.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
whites that go on top
sparkly
of it. We,
Yeah, we made them homemade. I didn't know if I wanted Jackson with this pants on.
you look cute.
Man,
Super cute.
that's the coolest outfit.
You got it?
I wish I had that outfit.
No, you had it right, buddy. It goes on that other
Careful what you wish for, D-Rex.
one.
Your birthday's coming up.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Amazon showing up at the doorstep.
I'll make you wear it too. Like, come on.
Your sister says, I remember your MJ coat.
What's up, sis? Oh man, I was worn out. They wore
There
me
you
out
go.
with that.
You showed
Great.
it.
Yeah.
That looks awesome, Schaefer.
Man. Uh-oh. Are you doing the move where can you stand on your toes and do the grab?
You want to do the lean? I'll
The
help you do the
lean?
lean.
Oh, the lean.
Okay.
No moves. Well, when I come kick it with you this summer, man, I'm gonna do the
Oh.
lean.
Look who commented. Faith and Donovan, your aide is on there watching you. You should do the lean for him.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, Schaefer, I think you're having a pretty awesome birthday. You're dressed like Michael Jackson. You've got a driving game. You got a dancing Santa, and you're on a podcast now. I mean, how many 7-year-olds can say that?
Okay. All right. He got some new speakers. Some new
Uh-oh.
two light up speakers.
Nice.
They go by your voice. You see them moving, don't you?
Yeah, like it's doing it like a different way.
Yeah.
You press something.
Yeah. They go by your voice when you talk.
I know.
Oh wow, that's cool.
What's the middle button do?
That's the power button.
Do I turn it?
Why are you gonna turn them off? Sure.
So how's Schaefer doing in his therapy sessions lately, Lori?
He's doing really good, actually. He's listening and cooperating, and so Dad took him this week, and I guess it was the best week he's ever done listening. So,
Wow.
My earbud almost fell.
oh, well,
His earbud
come
fell
over
out.
here, honey. Almost.
I have a little man.
You want to?
A
yeah.
little man cave.
You want to show?
Yeah,
There.
little man cave.
That's so cool that it's cool that you have speakers.
To the thing.
You gonna bring it over here? Okay. Be careful.
Little man drill.
Oh man, that's so dope.
I
That's
love it.
really cool.
Here, I'll hang it back
When
up for you.
When you know what speakers reminded me of? When you said speakers, you know what that made me think of?
What?
Your dad.
Oh.
When me and him were young, we used to hang out, and he always had the coolest speakers.
Thank you.
What do you think about that?
Cool.
Cool.
So you like to go to work with your dad? I see you driving the what are those things? Those snow plows? Is that what they are, or they're tractors?
Driving one.
Come here, Shafe. Come and talk for a minute. Okay. Okay. They already saw it. Come talk for a few more minutes, okay? All right, please.
That's cool. He wants to drive.
I mean, I think that game would be irresistible to me as a 7-year-old. So I get it. But we can chat with you, Lori.
Okay. I can do that.
So today we are going to be talking afterwards about choosing memories over making money. And we all know that making money is important, but making memories, there's really no replacement for that. So why don't you add your little bit before we get into the whole podcast about it? Why don't you add your little bit about making memories with your family and with Schaefer? You can tell us about.
I think I had him at an later age. I was 38 when I had him, and I think just having him made me just stop and not pay attention to the mess in the house or doing anything crazy. It was just like sitting down, playing on the floor, playing with toys, and just creating fun memories that you can do. It doesn't cost money to have fun. You can go to the park, you can go anywhere outside, just playing and having fun. And so that's what he's taught me about that. So
yeah, the
you're back.
You back?
Oh,
Shafe, what's your favorite thing to do with your dad? Is it riding in a tractor with him?
He doesn't ride tractors.
What does he drive?
What is it?
A plow truck.
Mm-hmm. Do you go in the plow truck?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, plow truck.
Do you help? Yeah. Do you help control everything?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When he parks in the driveway.
Yeah.
Is that fun?
Uh-oh.
The lights.
I got you.
So is it the lights respond to his voice?
Yeah, and it'll go with the music or games or anything you have on. So they're pretty cool.
I would not be able to resist that if I was his age either. So that his Aunt Carla, is that his aunt?
Oh yeah, Aunt Carla said happy birthday. She's watching at work, Shafe. You know, she just called us. Yeah, I know.
Oh, she called. I gotcha.
Yeah, she called her.
This is important and special for so many reasons. And talking about the money over memories thing or memories over money thing, it's not a competition. It's not money or memories. It's the idea that if you dedicate or you prioritize memories over money is a method of allowing yourself to not stress over your finances so much. We all know that money is important, and that's the reason that it's important to identify the idea of emphasizing memories over money, because money can become so important that we get into this grind, we get on a hamster wheel, and then when we find that so much of our life has been lost and we haven't really spent any time making memories. So if you don't go out of your way to identify memories as being an important thing, and so it's helpful when you have ways of making memories that don't require money and don't make you cower about making memories when you think of money. So often I've offered people opportunity to do things or make memories, and the first thing you think of is, oh, I can't afford it, and that's a legit thing. But if you if you prioritize just making money because you need to pay your bills, what you'll find is that all your money is gone and the bills are paid, but you didn't make any money. But it's amazing how if you prioritize, taking the time out of your life on occasion and rewarding yourself and making memories, then you'll find that you were able to make the money and the bills did get paid, but you've got memories along the way. It's just about prioritizing it and making it a part of your priority list, and instead of just being like, oh, I got to stay focused on the grind and not really taking any time for yourself,
Right.
And that, man, video games were, I was unable to take my face away from the TV. I remember speaking of money and memories, my grandmother at one point around the same time, I guess I was probably about 9 or 10 years old. We were not as well off as some of the other families in the neighborhood. And some of my friends had video games and I didn't. And I remember making such a big deal out of it and about her not having money that she ended up scraping up the money and finding me a Nintendo. And then she went to try to buy one and she came home from Christmas shopping and tried to tell me that she didn't get a Nintendo because they were all sold out. Don't you know, I spent the whole Saturday calling every store in the phone book until I found the Nintendo. I found the Nintendo Value City on Buffalo Road.
Value City.
And
I was like, put it on layaway.
Yeah, layaway.
I know. Yeah. Put it on. I was like, my Graham's coming up
they
right
can
now to
see.
get it. And it's funny. She got me a Nintendo for Christmas. And I was glued to that TV. I was, I mean, I can't imagine, you know, I was talking to Scooty Wells the other day about memory making and such. And, you know, he's got two youngsters, like 4 and 1, not even 1 yet, you know. I think Ty's about 4. So, and talking about, you know, parental decision making as they at that age and growing up. And we were talking about how so often, I mean, when I was a teenage parent, a lot of my peers were letting the televisions babysit their kids. And these days it's iPads and phones are doing a lot of the parent work these days, you know. And Scott was talking about how he wanted to try to avoid that, you know, and how difficult it is these days for parents to be the majority influence on their children. You know, when we were growing up, or think 100 years ago, when, you know, you were born and you live in the same community pretty much your whole life, or, you know, mostly throughout human history, that's how it's been, is that you die in the town that you were born in, you know. And it's only a modern thing with modern transportation that we're able to travel so much, and so it's a thing now. But the point is, when you are born and die in the same community, you see the same people over and over, you know, and the community raises the children, and the parents have the biggest influence on the children. But now, with society and public schooling and televisions filling our children up with thoughts and having so much of an impact on them, that it's hard for us as parents to be the overwhelming influence. It's like the more stimuli they have that aren't us is all opportunity for influence, you know. And it's so much more difficult these days to have an impact on your children.
Well, not only that, they send them home in kindergarten with iPads. So it's insane. No, you had your iPad in kindergarten.
Wow.
Yeah, he comes home with an iPad every day.
Instead of a textbook.
Right. Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So does the iPad have like access to the internet and all of its wonders?
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff that's blocked, but he can still get on YouTube. If, you know, I've seen him on YouTube on there, but it has all his school stuff, all the apps that he has to do for school. But yeah, they also can get on certain things. Yeah.
It's not a surprise, to be honest, even though I feel shocked. No. It's not a surprise. I was talking to a friend of mine a while ago about her. She was a nanny at that stage, and one of the children that she's nannying for is learning to be a chef through his virtual reality headset that he plays with every day. So like by the time, so he puts his headset on, and this headset is teaching him how to track food costs, how to slice carrots, how to hire staff, how to advertise.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
You know, it's like, so by the time he is, you know, graduated high school age, where most of us have just got a general education, or are at that point in our lives then challenged with going to college and choosing what our career is going to be. This dude, by the time he's 16, he'll be a bona fide legitimate chef just from these virtual reality headsets. You know, that's way different than like giving kids shooting games. You know, and so I thought it was really cool talking about Fortnite. Lori and I were talking about things Schaefer likes and everything earlier, and Fortnite being one of them. And she was showing me about how they, like, there's dancing involved. And like, Do you have to be good at dancing to be good at that game? Is that how it works?
No, not at all. The dancing, I think, is just fun. All the kids dance. He's talking about Fortnite. You want to hear? You want to hear? No, you don't want to do your Fortnite dance? Okay, you can play Fortnite then, but
maybe it wasn't the best call to invite him to. I was like, we could do it right from his room, and she's like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now look at the trouble we're in.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with a room full of toys. That's cool.
Yeah.
Though,
yeah.
That's right. I'm just glad that he was able to make show up, make an appearance, give us a happy birthday.
Hey, can you come on and say that thank you and bye and all that? Because then maybe they can finish their week. Okay, but put this in. Oh, yeah, but here you go. Because they can't even see your handsome face. They can only
Schaefer, can you hear us now?
Yeah.
All right. I want to say happy birthday to you. Thanks for coming on our podcast on your birthday. It's nice to show everybody. It's nice to show everybody what you're up to. It's nice to see you guys.
Yes, you too. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for staying up. I know it's late where you guys are.
Yeah. Here, Schaefer, come say goodbye, honey. Put your face over here. Say thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see
Hey,
you
thanks
soon.
for coming on, bud.
We'll talk again, okay?
I'm gonna come kick it with you this summer, man. I want to see some moves.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right.
See you then.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a
Thanks
good
for coming
night.
on.
Thanks, Lori. Thanks for coming on.
And you know what? I am excited to get to the topic of making memories over money, because I think that personally, I love money, right? I think there's a lot of good about money. And one of the best things about money is that once you have enough of it, you can be generous with it. And speaking of being generous with money, one of the best ways you can be generous with money is to help Schaefer get his stem cells. I mean, he loves to do everything that every kid loves to do at 7. He just has a little more trouble doing it because, is it cystic fibrosis?
No, cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy. I always mess that up because it's a C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the stem cells could really help him get up to the level where he can participate more and do those things that he loves. So money is good for certain things, and being generous with this project would certainly help. And through being generous with your money, you are making memories. Can you imagine how many memories are going to be made through this process of getting him funded for his stem cells?
Yes, the process is rather involved, and in a successful state, we'll have made a lot of memories for a lot of people. Not only are we going to be able to help Schaefer get therapy, and he's making memories with or without it, but the idea is to prove that the power of the collective generosity, we can bring people together to help people, and the stem cells have the potential to impact our entire planet. I mean, there's more money going into holding stem cells down than there is money going into research, because the pharmaceutical industry knows that if stem cells become a part of standard care, that it makes 80% of the pharmaceutical options out there that are manufactured obsolete. And that's a major threat. It's not whether or not you think pills are good or bad. There are plenty of good people who have a hand on that, or a hand in that pile. So the economy is based on everybody working, and everybody is happier because everybody that's not us is doing something that helps us in some way. That's the collective of the economy, is everybody out there working. When they talk about GDP and gross domestic product, that's a way of measuring the power of the workforce, how much effort the workforce can put in to create things, because who benefits when we create stuff? We do, collectively. So the workforce is it's like when you measure an engine, how much horsepower an engine has. You can tell how strong that engine is. It's like this many horses can do that much. Well, the economy is kind of like measuring how much power the people can do, you know. So I don't know if how often people think about that, but when you have collective generosity and you have people that are willing to chip in for the betterment of others and supporting things like nonprofits, it's that's a better distribution. But it's a threat to a lot of people if stem cells are able to penetrate the economy and become a part of standard care. Not because it's a threat to their livelihoods, as in it's bad for their health, it's bad for their wealth, because there's so many people that are involved in the economy that are part of that workforce that are creating pills, whether they're out there, whether you're the doctor that's prescribing them, or you're the person that's teaching the doctor about them, or you're the scientist that's studying how to create them, or you're the person that does the marketing, or the person that does the delivering. There's so many people involved with that process that by making that obsolete, even if you have a better option, per se for the individual, there's so much resistance to it because it's not necessarily a better option for the economy. Because think about it. If we were able to incorporate a cure immediately into the economy or expeditiously into the economy, we would most likely, the most efficient way would be, you're always trying to limit cost and maximize profitability. That's how capitalism works. It's what makes us successful. And so by doing that, you're going to try to get as many people the product as you can with as few people involved, because each one of those person that's involved is an expense. So if you're able to saturate the market with this new product that makes 80% of the former market share obsolete, you're not going to replace those 80% of jobs. You're going to do it in a fraction of a percent of those jobs. So you're basically, removing a lot of people's well-being for a very small portion of people's well-being. Does that make sense? I feel like I stumbled through that to explain that.
Well, you can re-explain as we go if you want. But I feel like, we get the gist that big pharma is keeping a lot of things down that really could benefit the general public. And that's the reason why this is such an enormous task, because some people are making stem cells and the help that people will receive with stem cells difficult. And that's why we have to raise this amount of money, and we have to send Schaefer all the way to Panama. It could be easier. It could be easier if more projects like this succeed and people can see the power of the stem cells.
Yeah, and that's really the goal here. I mean, we've spoken about it before. There's no sure things, but it's the odds are good that there will be some improvement. And we're just trying to help with the improvements. It's not like you wave a magic wand and you have you've fixed all of the struggles. It's not like that. It's not like putting a cast on a broken arm and eventually the arm is right back to normal. It doesn't work like that. And that's not the hope. The hope is just to help him, regain some strength, make him stronger. The things that he struggles with, as far as how the muscles work in his legs and that type of thing. This can help with that. And I think that's important, because we don't want anyone to get this false hope, that stem cells are this magic wand for everything. They are a magic wand for some things. In fact, just about in fact, your body cannot heal without stem cells. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said quite a few things.
Yeah, everything that heals in your body heals with stem cells. Because they're the stem of the cell that heals, right? So it makes sense. But getting external stem cells, the way that these therapies are involved with, it doesn't guarantee that everything is going to be perfectly fixed, especially things like cerebral palsy, which are very complex and they're developmental. So, but the hope is that you see that the work that this guy puts in, the fact that he's able to run around the room like that, if you notice, a lot of times he's leaning and stuff like that, and that's to be expected. But you see how fearless he is, and that's what inspires me, man. That was my takeaway after the first time I met him. I was like, man, this dude just is going after it, and really, I have my share of things I have to overcome. And I don't always have that kind of strength, that fearlessness, and having a cause like this definitely reminds me and helps me.
Yeah, it's a great cause. So, I'm going to go ahead and put that banner back up about where you can go and help the Schaefer cause at the hswa.org. And also, I'd really like it if we could get to our topic at hand today, because I think we're going to run low on time if we don't.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump into that. So this is what our weekly episode, the DISM. So the post that is going into the life and year of Swedism's book that inspired this episode was from January 24, 2013. I don't know what I was doing, but that's the thing that you'll find in a lot of these is that I'm in random places on random days. And what we've done is we've taken a collection of the thoughts that were posted over the years and put them into a book to exchange. It's just a way for us to give, originally it was just something to try to give back in order to help, excuse me, with me getting stem cells. But now we've turned it into trying to help others. So we've made this campaign out of this book. And so the post that came up here, sometimes life feels like giving candy to a kid. Got me feeling like it's all good in my hood from good things I did. Mm-hmm. So to you penny pinchers and shortcutters, all I have to say is until you learn to give more than you take, you'll never have more than for what you can afford to pay. From what they say, just to justify their way, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I say dollars don't buy happiness, but it can get you a nice tall fence. And you can sit up there and look back at your nice lawn and fancy fern, wishing you could jump off onto my side. Some people never learn. And I asked ChatGPT what this was about.
Mm-hmm. What did it say?
It's actually, I'll have to pull it up. It's funny how literal it takes it, but it was actually pretty interesting. So ChatGPT, let me see. It said, this poem appears to convey a message about the value of generosity and the potential consequences of prioritizing material wealth over meaningful experiences. The first part suggests that life can feel rewarding when one engages in positive actions and shares with others, likening it to giving candy to a kid. The reference to the hood and good deeds implies a sense of community. The second part criticizes those who are frugal or take shortcuts, emphasizing the importance of giving more than taking. The phrase, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, is challenged by the idea that money doesn't buy happiness, although it might provide a comfortable lifestyle symbolized by a nice tall fence. The closing line depicts a scenario where someone with material wealth looks back at their possessions but yearns for something more, suggesting that true fulfillment might come from experiences and connections rather than mere accumulation of wealth. The line, some people never learn, implies a reflection on the choices people make in pursuit of happiness. Overall, the poem encourages a perspective that values generosity and meaningful living over a purely materialistic mindset.
Would you agree with ChatGPT's assessment of your poem?
Well, I have to say that, it's hard for me to, if I was reading it from ChatGPT's perspective, I would say, yeah, that's completely accurate. Am I to say that that's exactly what I was thinking when I wrote it? It's pretty spot on, to be honest. It
well,
really
you know
is.
what? Let me ask you this. What were you thinking when you wrote this? Do you remember when you wrote this?
I don't remember where I was or what I was. Obviously it says I was in Thomasville, Georgia, and I don't know what I was doing, but apparently I was in a good mood because it says sometimes life feels like giving candy to a kid. Got me feeling like it's all good, so there's no telling. And at that stage of my life, I was working with the consultancy that I was doing with helping people with their medical benefits. And I was focusing on the impoverished and sickened community with limited income and with medical expenses, or with a limited income and with certain medical conditions. It can qualify you for different benefits. And so I was finding these people that were sick and poor and going to them. And it's very humbling when you go into these homes and you see the conditions that some of that our parents, frankly, that our parents are living in. And to have, like, I had several different occasions where the children of the parents would contact me to find out what I did with their parents, thinking that I questioning why I changed their medical benefits, and everything I did was in the book. I would always go into their homes and pull out their Medicare handbook and say, look, I'm here to tell you that you don't need me for this. You could have done this without me. You could have pulled this book out and read this. But since you didn't, I'm going to read it to you. And if it makes sense to you and you make a decision today, if you let me help you figure it out, from now on, I will be here to help you. If you have any other questions, you won't have to just read the book and figure it out on your own. And also, I get paid for that. Yes. But don't you want me to get paid? It doesn't cost you anything, and I loved that because it did not cost them anything, and it was extremely beneficial to them just about always. There was no time that I ever made a client of mine unless they could benefit from the move. It was illegal to do so. And having that type of job where the other people that, before I found this niche, I was working for one of the most reputable financial planning firms in the country. And they had us targeting wealthy people. And I didn't get nearly the amount of fulfillment helping the wealthy as I did helping the impoverished and unhealthy. In a lot of those, look, I'm not saying that wealthy people are bad people. I've been wealthy and I aspire to be wealthier, I'm saying that a lot of times they can get misconstrued. And a lot of times, unfortunately, they get so focused on their wealth that they forget about making memories, about living, and that's why I wanted to do, I wanted to emphasize this, because without making it a priority, so many of us get caught up in this grind where we're just chugging along and just work all the time. And you look back and you're like, how many times I've had somebody tell me how long it's been since they took their family on a vacation, or how long it's been since they, had a week off of work, or how long it's been since they've, got themselves something nice. And it's like, you work 50 weeks out of the year. You work 40 hours a week. You work 40 years. And if you're lucky, if you grind like that, you're lucky you'll retire and make 40% of the income that you were making when you retire. The 40-40-40 plan, I've heard it put. And it's like, so, and then you look back and you didn't make any memories,
I mean, some people don't make it to retirement. And that happened to my grandmother, where she was so focused on her retirement, and it really wasn't long into her retirement that she died. So, you can't guarantee that you have all this time left to enjoy your life. And that story always really affected me and my life and how I choose to live it, even though you would say that I didn't really get busy living until the past 5 years or so, when I started traveling and really taking more time to enjoy this earth. But I've always been affected by the story of my grandmother waiting until retirement to enjoy her life, and she didn't get to, that to me is such a sad thing.
So sad that I was deeply impacted by that job, but I think there's a lot of psychological things going on here in my head right now. But those people reminded me of my grandmother, who was very poor, just like all of them were, and didn't have a good upbringing herself, so wasn't really equipped with weaponry to make it in this world, and didn't have any support after she broke up with her husband. Like when she got married, no support from her family, nobody around, and then her husband left her because I was born. To be frank, my grandfather divorced my grandmother because my mom did not want to have an abortion. Dun, 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 win for mom. Thank goodness my Grams was stubborn, was like, fuck you, but I have a great relationship with my grandfather. Before he passed away, he gave me a car for my birthday. Remember the black Thunderbird D-Rex?
Oh,
Grandpa, yeah, Gramps told me
I didn't know that.
he told me if I saved up and was able to pay the insurance premium for a year, that he would give me a car. So the black Thunderbird, the Squeakmobile, it didn't, it squeaked and smoked and stunk, but that was my ride, man. But yeah, so I have a great relationship with my grandfather. He hooked it up. He was a good man. He went after my grandmother left him, he went to church and met his wife and was with her until the day that both of them passed away,
Wow.
So it was a happy ending for him. He found Jesus and was a great man for the rest of his life. But it kind of burned Grams. So I saw a lot of my Grams in these people that I was helping, And so a lot of things are going on here. Imagine the stage of my life where Lyric is approaching college, and I have been hustling to try to be able to develop a passive income so that when she goes to college, I can resume what I was doing when she was conceived, And so I found this niche market that introduced me to these people that needed my help. And I hustled up for like 4 or 5 years and developed a passive income that I could travel on. The thing is that I could have kept going and making more money and driving that monthly passive income amount up. If I had stayed working in that industry to this day, I don't even want to think about how many zeros would be on my check, because I did it really well for just a few years, and I had a pretty significant income. So if I kept it up for 10 more years, because it's basically 8 years since I retired, so 9 years. So yeah, if I kept it up for another decade, man, Lord knows what. But the thing is, I would not have had those memories, and I know you might say, well, look, you went off and chased a monkey, and now look at you. The last 6 years you've been in the chair. No, you know what? For the time leading up to that, I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't change anything about my life up to that point. Would I not chase the monkey again? Hell no, I wouldn't chase the monkey again.
Nobody wants you to chase that monkey again.
And at the same time, I can wholeheartedly say that I do believe that the grand scheme of things, my life is going to be more legendary being that I chased the monkey.
I believe that's true as well.
And that's not because I'm very proud of what I did before I got injured. I felt like I had a legacy life already, but now that I've been redirected and pushed in a different direction, what I'm going to accomplish in the grand scheme is far more epic and impactful than what direction I was headed, prior to getting injured. What's up, CJ is in the house, my man. So for those of you that are joining us late, we had Schaefer in here for his birthday earlier, and it was cool to see him rock his Michael Jackson gear. I was 7 years old and got Michael Jackson gear for my 7th birthday. He didn't get that stuff for his birthday. He already had it, but it was cool to see him rocking it. He got a little dance in Santa. Apparently he's a big Santa fan. That was cool. And, it's and then we're talking about how the quote from the Life and Year of Swedism's book that inspired this podcast is about making memories over money and not being materialistic and taking your time to enjoy your life. And it's not that you should not try to make money. You have to make money. That's never what this podcast has been about. When we talk about getting busy living, I'm always encouraging people to take time off and go do other stuff. I don't talk about like what you're going to do for your career. That's your choice. But don't make your career making money and not have a part of your life being enjoying it. Take time to make the memories. And Curtis, speaking of a late arrival, I don't know if he's been here all along, but he said hello recently, is all over this country. That dude's jet setting like you ain't never seen before, working in airports, And I know that Curtis does know how to stop and smell the roses. I mean, this man has been working on artistic crafts. I mean, his music career and his production career and is like amazing. So I know that this guy works hard and plays hard, but there's a lot of people out there that work and come home and tired, and TV, and don't really take any time to reward themselves. and that's to me, that's a shame, And
Well, let me just interject here that I do believe that making money is fun for some people. That is their fun.
absolutely.
But I don't think there's a single person on this planet that's functioning well that would disagree that being with your friends is more fun than that. Enjoying excellent friendships is more fun than that. Can I just tell you a funny story about friendships today? That I was waiting to go into the pool, and so we have to wait at this door. I'm in there with a couple of older ladies; they're in their 80s, and we're waiting at the door to be let into the pool. And I noticed that one of them was taking a jar of Skippy peanut butter out of her bag, and she puts it in the other lady's bag. She said, "Here you go." And the lady goes, "Oh, it's crunchy." And I thought, did I miss peanut butter exchange day? Like, what happened? What's going on? And then we all got led into the pool, and they went to their class where they kind of hit this ball back and forth. And these ladies, they have so much fun the whole time. They're like shouting and they're hitting this ball back and forth and having a great time with each other. And I just thought, wow, I really hope for everyone that when they're in their 80s, they have friends that they can exchange peanut butter with and go play ball in the pool whenever they feel like it. To have that kind of friendship, because that's really what it's all about. Of course, it's fun to make money. It is rewarding to make money, and it's rewarding to spend it. And like I said earlier, it's rewarding to donate it. But there's really nothing that replaces having a friend you can exchange chunky peanut butter with before your pool time.
Yeah, that's when you prioritize making memories, it's usually we do things with our friends usually, and our family. One of my favorite, as far as it's not about contrasting, focusing on your work in exchange for getting busy living and making memories. You can do both. It's just the problem is there is a contingency of people that only work and rarely do the memory thing, and that's where we want to try to make a little bit of an influence. Give yourself some rewards for that what you do. And Martin Luther King said, don't shy away from wanting to be the best. Be the best at giving, not at getting. The more, because if you master giving, whether it's helping make memories of people, you don't have to be giving money. If you are focusing on memories and you're the one instigating those things, and you are the person that creates memories for other people, there's what better joy, what better way to spend your life than helping others create memories, and it's like. Money is an individual thing. Memories is a collective thing. And we know, we've said before in the show that people's number one regrets when they're in their deathbed is it's not the mistakes that they made as far as things that they did. It's the things that they didn't do. It's regretting not doing more and making more memories. And if you're only focused on your grind, it's easy to get on that hamster wheel and not know how to get off of it.
I want to ask you, when you think of the word memories and the good memories that you have, how many of those stories involve just you being by yourself? I'm sure that maybe it's possible, but how many?
Yeah, the best ones are always ones that you share with your friends. And I think a lot of that has to do with you remember them because if you did it with somebody else, you talk about it with them. So it cements it in your brain to help you remember the memory. And I've talked in the past about my suspicion that if there is a divine plan and if everything does happen for a reason. like I try to make sense out of why this has happened to me, and like is the universe trying to teach me something? And what I've come up with is, I've come up with, if-thens for both theories. If it is all just a coincidental chemical reaction and life is what you make it, I got a plan for that. I'm making it great. But if, the universe has a divine plan, you have to understand, you have to have a plan of understanding that as well, and or at least consider it. And I've thought to myself, actually, I did, once Lyric was in college, I did go off on my own. And although very few of the things I did while I was off on my own was I not with other people. Like I very rarely went hiking by myself or swimming by myself. Even the surfing, when I was learning to surf, just about always had somebody there learning to surf with me. So even though I was like individually supporting myself and traveling alone for a lot of it, I was always around other people.
And I'm much more of a solo person than you, much, much more of a solo person than you. But when I think about like the big memories, if someone said, tell me a great memory you have, of course, I've done really fun things by myself because I'm a solo type person, but it's not the memories that pop up for me. And a lot of the memories that pop up for me are not activities that cost a lot of money. There are things like my friends and I floating down a river in high school. There are things that were actually nearly free, but they were done with other people.
Yeah, you don't need money to make things happen, but you can make great things happen with money. That's why I don't want to try to make it a versus or that, I said making memories over money, meaning over top of the money, not instead of the money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to be, since we're all, tasked with making money in order to make ends meet and to be able to live the lifestyle that we want, make memories along the way. Also take the time out. That's why I was able to go 54 months in a row on at least one epic adventure every single month, because I made it a point. It was my spirit that made it happen naturally to begin with, but once I realized that I had gone so long having done it, I wanted to keep it up, and there were times when it wasn't going to happen naturally. And I was like, no, I deserve this. I worked my tail off for a reason. I'm going to do this. I've earned it. I've earned the ability. I've earned the right, and I'm going to go do it. And it was always something that I had earned, like I wasn't ever given anything. So I deserved it. And I bet most of us out there, most of you guys out there that are listening or will listen, probably feel that about yourselves, that you have earned what you have and you deserve it. And so, obviously you have to be somewhat talented with your money or good at making money to be able to afford, doing outlandish things. But you can make memories without having to spend a bunch of money. Like you said, D-Rex, if you just want to go, but it usually involves another person, get your favorite people and go to the park. There's ways. It's about the spirit, it's about the having
effort.
respect.
It's effort too. Putting a little intention into it. Yeah,
intention. And that reminds me, the Bhagavad Gita, there's a concept in there. The Bhagavad Gita is basically like the unofficial yogi text. And yoga is a religion that is used in every other religion. It's maybe the oldest religion. But the Bhagavad Gita kind of like is the conceptualization of it. And there's a concept in there called the seva. And I've been reading a book that Lyric recommended to me recently that was talking about this. And the seva, let me see how you describe it. It's a concept. In Hinduism, seva is the concept of selfless service. It's a privilege given by the divine and an opportunity to express gratitude. Seva is performed without expecting any reward and can benefit others and society. So when you have this spirit like this, where you want to make memories and you invite people, that is a service. that is, that's
Mhm.
something that you can be proud of, so that when it comes time for you to, count your blessings on the way out, you can look back at your life and be like, man, you're not going to be one of those guys that was only focused on money and didn't spend any time with his family and was always just at work grinding all the time. You can be like, I'm proud of myself because I took the time to do this, and these people benefited from it by me putting that out into the community and into my friends and family, making memories.
What would you say to somebody who might say, yeah, well, I don't get invited anywhere?
I know the feeling. I've been dealing with that myself, but actually, I'll say to them what Lyric said to me: "Go on Meetup."
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And I've been, my therapist has recommended church. My consultant has recommended, business meetings. And as a person who's aspiring to get a nonprofit off the ground, I recognize that networking is necessary. So I have been living a very secluded life compared to what it was like for me when I was able-bodied. So to that person, I would say, I know where you're coming from, but you have to put forth the effort, but if you pour out, and when I do, I always get gains, I always get returns. There always payoff for putting things out. You can't blame society for not coming after you. You got to be willing to go out there and get it.
Good advice.
And speaking of going and getting it, once a week, the Get Busy Living Project, we're here to try to help you guys adopt a mindset to help you lead a purposeful, deliberate, intentional life. Come back every Thursday and get a little taste. We're going to have a weekly anecdote that we're going to go over that comes out of the Life in the Year of Swedism's book for this 2024. So come back each week and get a little bit of a nugget of what we're doing. This week we had Schaefer. Next week we're going to talk about illness versus wellness. So D-Rex, we're going to pose for next week's show. All right.
You don't have to tell me to pose. I'm born posing.
But you're not a poser. I don't know how you pull it off. And by the way, last weekend was adorable. So that's why next week's show is talking about, are you sick? So on the count of three, let me count of three. Do your move. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how to, what am I supposed to do? Take a screenshot,
Yeah. I don't know. Am I sick?
All right. Well, D-Rex, thank you every single week. For those of you in the comments, Lori, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate having you. CJ and everybody else, thanks for showing up. D-Rex, thank you every single week. And always remember, no matter the weather, whether sunshine or rain, there's no joy without pain. Always remember, we're all in this together. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah. Thanks everybody for being here, and happy birthday, Schaefer.
Hell yeah. Happy
But you gotta believe me, ain't nothing coming easy.